never fails to shock me how unaware people are of just their daily spending. If you don't know what's coming in and what's going out, that is the very, very first step to change. Seeing as how this is the first of hopefully many conversations between us that we can bring our audience in on and help everybody grow together, why don't you give everybody just a little taste of what you've been up to? What have been some of your biggest successes and maybe one or two of your greatest failures?
Well, the failures were just little business decisions that we made, but I never really think that we have failures. I just look at everything as educational. And the cost of something that doesn't do what I expect it to do is just tuition for the lesson.
Likewise.
It's just like what we were talking about here with control. The only reason why people don't want to have more control is because they feel uncomfortable.
Right, exactly. They're afraid.
They don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
All that means when you feel a little discomfort is that you're about to learn something. If it was something you were already doing and you were familiar with, you wouldn't feel uncomfortable with it. So it's a good thing. You should feel a little uncomfortable.
I say that every day. I love that.
That's what the education here is about with both of our companies, is helping people feel comfortable with new things so they can have the power to do more things than they've done before.
Change is uncomfortable for most people, and so part of this journey will include becoming perpetually comfortable being uncomfortable. And if you can do that, you can be extremely successful entrepreneurially and as an investor.
Exactly. And failure is the quickest way to success.
I love failing. It's just tuition costs, and mistakes have to be made, but they don't always have to be made by you. So if you can rely on other people who have made them before you to teach you how to avoid them, even less expensive, believe me.
It's not for everyone. A lot of people just want to have a job and a regular retirement. It's not for them. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Just a personal choice that you want to make. But so many people don't want that. And they don't want that for their kids. And they want to spend more time with their family. They want this common purpose for the whole family. And by family, I don't mean just husband, wife, and kids. It could be, when we say family, we mean the people that are closest to you, the people you love the most. That's your family. They don't even have to be blood relatives. The people you want to spend time with is what we're talking about here. And giving your life a purpose that's in conjunction with other people. And that's where we've seen a lot of growth, a lot of success. And people are really interested in this.
And what can somebody expect from their evaluation time with you? What exactly would you tell someone to come in prepared for?
Mainly what we do in the evaluation is most companies, they're happy to take your money and do whatever they say they're going to do. They want to give you a little bit of coaching and have you spend a lot of money. We're not like that at all. We want a lifetime relationship with people. The cost of our membership, if they were to become a legacy member, is very minimal. And it's a one-time thing. We educate people for life and help them actually grow a business or acquire real estate. And so we are evaluating them to see if they're a good fit for this. Do they have the right personality for it? Do they have the right attitude for it? Are they at the right place and time in their life for it? This is something they really want, and it's a time for them to evaluate us. And we just help them look at their financial situation in a completely different way than they've ever looked at it before, and see some hidden powers that are there that maybe they didn't realize they had before, to do some things that are really important. I mean, the only reason you work or have a business is for the people and things that you really love in your life. And so that's the primary purpose of your life. You have to have this main purpose, primary purpose, whatever you want to call it. And your business or your job should always serve that. And we try to help people see if that's what's happening, or if they're just out there chasing dollars and it's costing their primary purpose or their main purpose in their life.
I love that. I mean, the purpose is the driving force. I mean, it's just not the greed aspect of it. It doesn't present itself very often. It's almost always something so much bigger. And I think the common thread with that is freedom. I think you nailed it on the head. And people want freedom of choice. Most people just want to be able to go anywhere at any time and stay as long as they want.
That's exactly right. Freedom of time and place is the measurement of true wealth.
I've never heard it better than that. That's great. One last question for you. Who would be a great fit with what you're up to, and who wouldn't yet be considered a great fit?
There's some people who just don't have any money and they have a lot of debt and whatnot, and they're maybe they just got divorced or had some other kind of a situation. Now, that doesn't mean this is never going to be a fit for them, and we give them some direction on how to get from where they're at to where they need to be. But sometimes people are in such dire straits that they have a bigger fish to fry right now. They have to do with just surviving, and you got to get out of that. And we just talk to people about what they can do to get out of that. The best people for this are people who put money, for example, every year into their retirement account. The real estate investments we sell people, they cost about as much as a car. The down payment is about as much as you would put into your retirement every year. So,
unless, of course, we're using debt weapons to do it, right?
Right, exactly.
So not only can we get debt weapons to help them afford what you're doing so that you can help them fast track building the business, but getting the debt weapons to also make the investments in the asset that's going to start paying every month. So pretty cool combination of events here, guys, when you kind of combine the priorities. So again, link is in the description below, as well as the email address. Make sure you shoot us an email. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. We're always here talking about really cool ways to get the upper hand on the banks. We do it through credit, capital acquisition, and cash flow maximization. If those things sound appealing to you, make sure you check out all of our videos. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, make it a great day and take care.